Hi everyone, I'm going to be reading Supply and Demand with you today. If you have any thoughts or even some questions, or if you find anything interesting, go ahead and you can write it down at the side or down here at the bottom. There's a big area that you can make a bulleted list of different ideas that you've created while reading this with me. So we're going to go ahead and start, so just follow along please. Supply and demand. How much do you know about economics? Economics is a way to understand how people produce, buy, sell, and consume goods and services. One big idea in economics is supply and demand. Have you guys heard of supply and demand yet? If not, you will this upcoming year in social studies, so get ready to talk about that with Ms. Dockery sometime soon. Supply is how much of something is valuable. A producer can increase the supply of a product by making more, or decrease the supply by making less. Demand is how much of a product or service people want. Demand depends partly on cost. Usually demand is higher when a product or service costs less. When the product becomes more expensive, demand genuinely falls. To make money, companies need to pay attention to both supply and demand. That helps them decide how much their product should cost. Here's an example of how supply affects a business. The tiny bakery makes delicious donuts. Usually the bakery makes 150 donuts a day and sells around 120. One Wednesday, the bakery decreased the supply to 120 donuts, and every single one sold out. The bakery spent less money making extra donuts, but some of its customers might be disappointed if they wanted a treat at the end of the day. Disappointed customers might not return to the bakery. Here's an example of demand. The home store sells audio equipment like speakers and headphones. Most weeks, the store sells about 10 pairs of headphones for $25 each. One Tuesday, though, the store dropped the price of headphones to $19. When customers heard about the deal, demand went up, and the store sold 20 pairs of headphones in one day. Even though the store sold more headphones, it made less profit on each pair. Now, I really like this last paragraph because it really explains how supply and demand depend on each other. So, for example, it says, the store dropped the price of headphones to $19. So since they dropped the price, more people bought it. So since the supply was lower because of the product, then the demand of buying it became higher and it increased. More people bought it. So that's a good way to remember that it's always going to be opposite. So for example, if supply goes up, then demand is down. And if supply is down, then demand goes up. So you can kind of also remember it for experience, like at the mall, if you go shopping and you see a big sale, most of the things are going to be gone in the sale section because since the price is lower, more people are buying. So that's just a little way that I always remember the difference between supply and demand and what they mean, because I like to shop, so I always try and get the good deals. So if you have any questions, or if you wrote anything on the sides or at the bottom down here that you want to talk to me and Ms. Fanta about, go ahead and inbox us and we will get back to you and we can have a full-on conversation about it. Let us know if you need anything. Bye.